So in the part of the GIT, the alimentary canal system for histology, we have seen the of the stomach. Okay, and stomach is including the pyloric part and the fundus. Okay, now today the duodenum. So already we have seen the duodenum, the specimen, and we have seen all the anatomy, the gross anatomy of the duodenum, that it is formed by the foregut and the midgut both. Okay, how many parts of the duodenum are there? How the external relation and what is the internal features? Fine. Now in the histology, we will see that. Okay, so we will see. So first we come from inner to outer layer. Okay, so again, as the rule of the GIT, except the esophagus, the lining epithelium is simple columnar epithelium. Fine. So that is the part of the mucous membrane. Okay, and this is lying over the basement membrane, and it is having the folds. Okay, you can see this is the lining of the simple columnar epithelium. Okay, clearly you can see it is lying over the thin layer of the basement membrane, and this is having the folds, and this fold is formed by the core of the lamina propria and the submucous layer. Fine. Okay, that's the lamina propria, and here you can see the submucous layer. Okay, and from here the muscle layer, the inner circular, outer longitudinal layer. Okay, inner circular and outer is the longitudinal layer, and outermost is the serous layer or serosa. Okay, so can you see differentiately that how the simple columnar epithelium is there? Okay, the lamina propria having the various blood vessels, lymphatics. Now, okay, and okay, you can see this glandular structure inside this. Okay, so they are coming from the surface. Okay, that is known as the crypts of the Lieberkühn. These glands are known as the crypts of the Lieberkühn, which are common in the small intestine. Okay, but some glands are reaching up to the submucous layer. So here you can see the submucous layer is filled with the abundance of the gland. Okay, you can see here all this. So this submucous layer gland are known as the submucous gland or the Brunner's gland. So when you will see in a small intestine, a lot of glands between the lamina propria and or the mucous layer and the muscle layer. So this is the Brunner gland or submucous gland. Okay, the main secretion of this is the bicarbonates. Okay, which is the basic in nature, weak base, help in the neutralization of the acidic chyme coming from the stomach. And this basic nature of the secretion also helps in activation or activity of the enzyme secreted from the pancreas or the pancreatic juice. So that is the reason. Okay. So here you can see also the cross section of the villus part of the duodenum. You know the villi. What is the villi? Villi is the finger-like or leaf-like or tongue-like projection of the mucous membrane into the lumen. Okay, so this is the one of the cross section of the villus. Okay, surrounded by the epithelium. Okay, basement membrane रहेगा. फिर this is the lamina propria inside in between them. Fine. So these are the villi. This projection from the duodenum of the mucous membrane is known as the villus. And also on the surfaces, if I will put it in under a high power of the microscope, that is 40 times. Now you can see this is columnar epithelium, layer of the columnar epithelium, and you just see the inner surface, means this layer. Okay, you can see the border is somehow dark. Okay, as compared to the inner aspect of the epithelium. So this dark line, okay, which is surrounding, this is the microvillus. Okay, so what are the microvillus? The microvillus are the membranous projection from the apical surface of the columnar cells, epithelial cell of the small intestine. Okay, so this is the or simply known as the breast border area. Or so there are around 1,000 to 3,000 microvilli on apical surface of each cell. So that much of the number of the microvilli are there, or density of the microvilli. Fine. So what is the microvillus? Microvillus is the projection over the mucous membrane, and the projection over each individual cell membrane of the epithelium on the apical side or luminal side is microvilli. Okay, so that is the name given for that. Got it? So just I would like to show you the mucus. Here, just I am just pointing over there. So I'm showing this on the high power. So, but during the examination, you are not supposed to focus. Identification you can do, but when the examiner is coming or during the spotting, it will be kept in the low power microscope. Then you have to make a bit to all this light on the low power microscope. That is uh, uh, 10 times 10x. Okay, you can see this empty looking space or the globular structure. So that is the mucous cell. Okay, so along the line of the epithelial cell, columnar cell, there are the mucous cell. So they are seem empty or not unstand due to the loss of the mucus from the cytoplasm during the preparation for the slide. Got it? So you see these are the mucous cells present in between them. Okay. So these are the layer of the lamina propria containing the various blood vessels. Okay, lymphatic nerve supply. And between the this, okay, you can see this layer, the submucous layer and the submucous layer and the lamina propria. Between them, the of the muscle, smooth muscle layer, and that is known as the muscularis mucosa. Why the muscularis mucosa is present? If already there is a muscle layer present, fully dedicated layer of the muscle layer. So why the muscularis mucosa? Because these muscularis mucosa are helping of the glands from the lamina propria or the submucous gland, and even for the okay, or squeezing the lymphatics from the lamina propria to the outer layer, okay, or toward the higher lymphatics. So that is the role of the a small layer of the muscularis mucosa. So you can see, yes, it is a muscularis mucosa. And so this is muscularis mucosa I was talking about. Fine. Then we go to the Brunner's gland. So you can see these are the cross section of the Brunner's gland will be shown here. Is it clear to you all? Okay. I'm just searching the lymphoid. So okay, so you can see these are the some lymphoid cells are present in the actually lymphoid tissue are present in submucous layer and also in the lamina propria. Fine. So, but they are not abundant in the initial portion of the small intestine, but they are more abundant in the form of the lymphatic nodules in the small intestine. Sorry, the terminal part of the small intestine, that is ileum. So I have that slide. I will show you later on. Yes, we'll try to find out. We have find. So you have not seen the lymphoid tissue till now. So just remember they are having the presence of the lymphoid with lymph cells. Okay, lymphocyte in them. Was about the submucous gland. Okay, Brunner's gland were in lot of numbers there, and then the muscle layer. Okay, so you can see the smooth muscle. So already we have seen the slides for the learned about the muscle consisting of three types, that is skeletal, cardiac, and the smooth. So we could not show you the smooth muscle separately, but they will be only seen along with their examples. Okay, so these are the examples of the smooth muscle in the small intestine. Okay, or in the uterus, you will find, or in the other parts of the viscera of the body. So you can see this is the longitudinal section is seen here because it is a circular layer and you can see the cross section. So you will find these are the smooth muscle layer in the cross circular manner. Okay, the outer layer is longitudinal layer and the outermost is the serous layer. You can see the serous layer having the fibrous tissue along with the blood vessels, adipose tissue. Okay, this adipose side is there, the nerve supply, lymphatics, and the outermost is the mesothelial cell. Okay, the single layer of the platen cell or mesothelial cell. Low power. So this is the outermost layer, serous layer, the muscle layer, the mucous layer, lamina propria of the mucosa, and the epithelium. Okay. Just I will show you also the small intestine side, so you can see how the ileum there. So how you can see the lymphatic nodules. Can you give me sign of your presence if am I audible to you? So you can see this is ileum. Okay. So it is having the this is the villus. Okay, you can see the submucous layer. This is the muscle layer here. This is the muscle layer. Okay. Then this is the submucosa. You can see. So this submucosa is forming the circular layer. So circular folding. Okay. Semicircular folding or complete circular folding inside the lumen of the intestine. So these are the permanent foldings. Okay, contrast to the foldings present in the stomach, that is the gastric rugae. So they are not permanent in the gastric rugae because some mucus layer is not involved in that folding. But here in the folding of the small intestine, the submucous layer is involved. Fine. Therefore, it is constant. It is not lost. Then you can see in this lamina propria layer, you can see the glandular tissue. Okay. So these glands are looking like same in the duodenum, but they are mainly present in the lamina propria, not in the submucous layer. You can see the submucous layer is not having glands. So that is the reference. And I will show you the lymphatic nodules. Just be with me. Okay, so you can see the submucous layer. Now you can see this is the muscle layer. Submucous, 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 then mucus with the gland. So in the mucus layer, you can see this confined area of the highly basophilic stand regions. There are the two regions you can see in the form of the nodules. Okay, so these are the lymphatic nodules. Okay, so we could not find or locate in the duodenum because they are more abundant in terminal part of the small intestine. So this is a lymphatic nodule. So now you know the difference between the duodenum and the ileum. Okay. So these lymphatic nodules are so much in abundance in number that they are forming elevation on the surface, inner surface or luminal surface, so that they are known as the patches, known as the Peyer's patches. So these are the in the Peyer's patches of the ileum. Okay, so you can see the lot of lymphatic nodules in the single slide, in the single section here. Okay, I'm just making round and round here only. So I'm just encountering more and more lymphatic nodule. This is the lymphatic nodule. Okay, this is the lymphatic nodule single. Okay, you can see they are separated by the light stand area with the fibrous region between them. So these are the lymphatic nodules. So these basophilic structures are nothing but the lymphocytes. If I will take in the high power, see how the again I will eliminate it. So you can see this small basophilic structures. Okay, small basophilic or blue colored, dark blue. So these are the nuclei of the lymphocyte. Okay. So young lymphocyte means lymphoblast. Okay, these are having the very less number of the cytoplasm compared to the nucleus. So therefore, the eosinophilic structure are having the lesser in density as compared to the basophilic. So these are the so this is under the high power. Okay, then I will turn the low power. Fine. So got it. So when you are finding that intestine is there, okay, so just differentiate it by at least seeing the submucous gland present or not, and if the submucous gland not present, means there is more chances that it is small intestine. But again, confirm for the lymphatic node that is. Got it? Okay. So other description of the ileum I will discuss later on in the later sessions. So this was for only duodenum. So, thank you.